How do you resist tempting foods when they're all around? Well, that's what I'm going to answer today. Hey everybody, Sharon here, Integrative Nutrition Health Coach, speaker, teacher, and author of The Wellness Purpose Connection. And I am back with another day of giving. So today I want to answer, how do you resist tempting foods when they're all around? Right now, I'm in a hotel. I'm in a hotel because I've been away from home for the last couple of days and I've been in day-long meetings. And I am telling you, there was tempting food all around. These delicious muffins with everyone saying, oh, Sharon, you got to taste this. It's chocolate chip and banana muffins. Oh, you got to taste this sandwich. And then not just taste this or taste that, but then the table was filled, just spread out with candy, just everywhere. Tempting foods all around. So what did I do? I prepared. One of the first things I do when I travel is I find out where is the closest market. Usually there's one in walking distance. You can use Google and find that before you arrive. I usually do it before I get to my destination and then see how far is the walk, or do I need the Uber to drop me off, and whatever it is, I figure it out. Or the concierge can tell you, or you can call and find out before you arrive to your destination. And once I find the market, I go and I get the things I need. So I knew that they were probably going to have juice and things that I didn't drink. I got a bottle of kombucha. I got a nice big thing of grapes. I got a bunch of bananas. I got a whole pack of almonds, and I bought a few apples to last me for the day. So when I arrived at the meeting and there was all the candy there and the muffins and the on and the on and the on, guess what Sharon had? Even for breakfast, I had oatmeal. I brought my chia seeds. I put my chia seeds in my oatmeal. I had my bananas. I broke them up in there, sprinkled a little honey. I was good. So that's definitely one way. Now, what about when you're home? Well, this is what I discovered. Instead of buying the junk food, just don't buy it. You have a choice. It's your money. I found when I was having a hard time resisting junk food in my home that I simply just didn't need to buy it. I asked myself one day, Sharon, if you know you're having a hard time and you're eating this up and gobbling it all down at once and you're packing on the pounds, why are you buying it? And so one of the things I did when I stopped buying it, when I had a little craving for, say, I used to love Oreos. So when I had a craving for Oreos, instead of buying that big old bag of Oreos, why did I do that? When I felt the craving, I would just go to the market and just buy that little pack that had 6 in there. Took care of the craving, it was done. There wasn't more sitting in the pantry waiting for me to devour it that night while I watch TV. Now, you may be saying, okay, that's easy to say, but what about if you have kids? I've got a kid. He's grown now, but when he was in the house, one of the things that I did was I just stopped buying the junk. I mean, really, who's the one working here? Who's the one buying the groceries? Me. So if I don't buy it, he doesn't eat it. That's number one. Number two, I asked myself, if it's not good enough for me, why do I think it's good enough for him? It wasn't. And so even when I did buy him chips, I still was cognizant and started to be aware of the type of chips I was buying. But even still, I started bringing more fruits into the house, and slowly over time, he just became a fruit lover. And so he shifted as well. Now, one more thing. You may be saying, that's all well and good, but what about if you have a man in the house? Okay, 2 things. First of all, the one who buys the groceries controls what comes in the house, right? But if they're just some things that he absolutely has to have, then, and again, I did this as well, buy what he likes, right? But start to buy it in smaller amounts and replace the rest of what would have been the rest of the amount, you know what I'm saying. Replace it with fruits. Bring in more apples, more grapes. Find out, as you begin to bring more fruits into the house, you find out what everybody loves, and you start to bring more of those in. So the simple answer to how do you resist tempting foods is, number 1, don't bring them around. Number 2, if you have to bring them around in small doses. And number 3, when you're traveling, prepare. That's how you do it. You have to make the choice. You are the one that's in control. It's hard sometimes, I know, because let me tell you, those muffins look so good and they were gluten-free. And I'm not gonna lie, I took a little bit like that, just to see what was the big deal about the chocolate chips and the banana. There wasn't any. I went back to my grapes. So that's how that's how you can resist the tempting food. Prepare and bring in smaller amounts into your home. So that's it. I will be back tomorrow with more giving, and I hope you had a wonderful day. Oh, and by the way, please subscribe, leave a comment, tell me what you think, share, like, all that good stuff. I like to hear from you. Take care.